We are just getting this breaking news in on the Facebook data leak fiasco. Reports say Facebook knew. The Financial Times reporting that Facebook was in fact informed that the app at the center of the massive data leak of 50 million users' information could sell user data to third parties, including this Cambridge Analytica political outfit. The tech giant was apparently sent terms and conditions of the survey app, which pulled user data that was then leaked to Cambridge Analytica and who knows who else. The stock is actually spiking. It's not doing poorly at all. It's up about 4 to 5% right now. But the lawsuits keep pouring in for the embattled tech titan. Do they hold any merit? What's the quick fix to the problem? And what about this new breaking news that Facebook apparently was aware? Joining us now in a Fox Business exclusive, an attorney who specializes specifically in creating effective strategies to litigate over or negotiate sophisticated technology. Ryan Long, welcome. Thank you very much. First to the breaking news here. Tell me what your gut reaction is. The Financial Times reporting Facebook was aware and knew the whole time.
My gut reaction is that I think they knew as well. I don't think they were ignorant of this, and I know that in 2012, the Obama administration, this is well established on the internet, was getting intel directly from Facebook in contravention of their rules. So it doesn't surprise me that Facebook knew this was going on.
Okay, but does it surprise you that Facebook is saying this is a horrific situation? I mean, I believe that first apology from Mark Zuckerberg took no blame whatsoever. And I'm not saying they came right out and said, oh, we knew nothing, but they kind of haven't really clarified what they did know.
Well, that's a good question. I think the issue is whether or not this is a leak that was in contravention of the rules, which is the position they seem to be taking, that it's some exception to their modus operandi, or if basically this is how they do business and now they're trying to act like they don't do business this way. So it's really an issue of what's really going on with Facebook.
Well, tell us what you do and how you attempt to force these organizations, or at least make people aware of what the potential is for user data to be out there and what people can do. Because if you wait around for the company, I think we see how that'll turn out.
Yeah, so what I do is I write for Stanford Law School's Internet and Society, Center for Internet and Society. And I basically look at new technologies and how they affect the individual and how they affect society, privacy issues, copyright. So one of the things I look at is IP masking. Most people don't know that your IP, which is your Internet Service Provider address, can be used by other people to hack into systems. They can be used to infringe copyrights, do a lot of different things. So the Internet's kind of like the new Wild West. And what I suggest to people to do is to be careful with what viruses are on their computer. Always have malware installed. And I think that if you want to keep confidential, have privacy in your life, I think being on the internet is a very hard thing to do that with. And if you want to keep private, there's ways for phones to listen to you. There's been some issues in this lawsuit that you guys sent me an email about today, which didn't surprise me, that Facebook was looking at people's emails and texts. So I think that if you're a consumer and you want to have a private conversation with somebody, keep the phone away from you.
Oh, my gosh. And apparently I've heard reporters say that their phone conversations have ended up somehow in the hidden canyons of the databases for Facebook and others. The quick fix for all social media, many of us here tweet. A lot of people go on Instagram, YouTube. They're just coursing through the internet. Do you have a quick fix at this point?
That's a good question. The quick fix is to stay offline. If you want something confidential, don't have it ever touch the internet.
Beyond that.
What's that?
Beyond staying
beyond
offline.
That, well, beyond that is well, there's blockchain and crypto hashing, which is a new technology. Which basically, so crypto hashing, the way I like to think about it is if you spit on a piece of paper or you spit on a phone and is able to take your DNA and actually create like a number for you, that would be your identity. Or if you, a better example maybe is if you put your finger on the phone and it takes your fingerprint and it gives you an idiosyncratic number, that would be your identity online. It's almost like an avatar. So maybe my avatar would be Batman online, but meaning that nobody would know who I am. So my crypto hash is, let's say, a certain number of figures, and when I go online, that's my identity. So if somebody gets my file with my health insurance company, they wouldn't know who I am. They would just have this number. And they wouldn't be able to link it to me, and wouldn't expose me to any compromising situations.
It sure sounds
that's one thing that.
Quickly, yes.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I think that's one thing that can be done potentially that a lot of companies are looking into, especially healthcare companies.